Hey, what's up guys? Rev here. Today we're going to talk about what it means to have a following on social media and how some believe with this following comes certain responsibilities. Now this isn't a new topic, but due to the current international events unfolding, this discussion has been reignited once again. The general idea is that accounts with any sort of sizable following have a responsibility to weigh in on important political and social issues, and beyond that, refrain from talking about anything else during that time. And to clarify, this goes beyond posts expressing support or generalized comments. I'm talking about serious commentary or the spreading of sensitive information during ongoing events. This responsibility is something I completely disagree with. While I certainly respect anyone's right to speak about any issue they are passionate and knowledgeable about, people also have the right to stay silent on them as well. It's something completely different to pressure people into believing they have some sort of obligation to weigh in on particularly sensitive political and social issues. The vast majority of people didn't gain their following through being an expert on complex and delicate topics relating to ongoing global events. I don't think it's productive to convince some e-girl who has more bad dragons than brain cells that they need to weigh in on the situation in Ukraine. And that's not a knock against their ability to post whatever content they want. It's just an example of someone who likely built their following doing something that makes them no more qualified to weigh in on serious topics than anyone else. And it's not just the risk of hearing a bad opinion. When there's ongoing events where human lives are at stake, there is a very real risk of spreading misinformation or sharing real information that leaves innocent people at risk. And as you might have guessed at this point, this video was sparked by various tweets regarding the ongoing situation in Ukraine. And I guess that, well, perhaps predictably, some people have used this theater of human tragedy and death to gain attention and likes on social media. So one VTuber in particular said this recently: "Hey, so I know Russia getting her contract gamer shotted sucks, but like, Russia is legit invading Ukraine right now and Texas is prosecuting the parents of trans people as child abusers. Can we talk about real world issues with serious consequences, please? I know you guys are sad, but..." So I'll be fair, I kind of get where this person is coming from on some level. Obviously all those things mentioned in the second half of the tweet are very important. More important objectively than one VTuber account getting shut down. But it is completely valid for people to talk about Russia or anything they want during this time. I would like to remind anyone like this of a certain reality. A reality where most people go to social media as an escape from their lives or some conflicts going on in the world. People can be aware of these issues without having to spend their entire online presence discussing it. And clearly over the past few days you've had no trouble moving on to other topics, which is fine, but don't judge other people for talking about Russia or other topics during this time as well. People can still get their updates on the situation from qualified and interested individuals while getting their usual entertainment from other accounts. And yes, the Russia situation was a big deal for many, but did I also cringe out of my skeleton every single time I saw someone say, first Ukraine gets invaded, now Russia gets terminated? Absolutely, but people have the freedom to care about whatever they want, besides the fact they can multitask these cares as well. And I think the fact that someone like this, a VTuber, sees people caring more about the Russia situation is just bias, because you live in a community where that's a huge deal. The rest of the world cared infinitely more about Russia's invasion than Russia's termination. And for that matter, there are always tragedies going on in the world, but people see more talked about ones like this unfold and expect the whole world to stop. And it shouldn't, and nobody should be shamed for carrying on with their usual online activities the way they see fit. And many people out there are simply uncomfortable talking about serious issues like the situation in Ukraine, or worse, are completely irresponsible when they feel compelled to do so. And I cannot tell you how many larger accounts have helped spread misinformation about this conflict by attempting to weigh in on the issue to earn a gold star on social media. Even if their intentions are good, they aren't knowledgeable enough about this delicate situation to be able to decipher fact from fraud. That's the risk here. And on a final note, if you actually want to help the situation in Ukraine, making a tweet complaining about how some people care about other things simultaneously accomplishes nothing. I've seen many different VTubers from the same community take real action and start subathons or charity events to support those in Ukraine without having to resort to shaming people for having varying interests at the same time. But anyways, that's gonna do it for this rant. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.